So, final of the VL2 women 200 metres coming up shortly.
Lane 4, Canada. Lane 5, India. Lane 6, Germany. Lane 7, France.
Final race on the distance of 200 meters. Lane 3, Israel. Lane 4, Canada. Lane 5, India. Lane 6, Germany. Lane 7, Australia.
So no Emma Wiggs, world champion, and of course Paralympic champion, but we do have Susan Seipel, who's a Tokyo silver medalist. Great to see her racing. She'll be in lane 7. And of course we've got Brianna Hennessy, who was 5th at the Paralympics, just outside the medals for her. Got a couple of minutes before they start as they circle round. Oh, this is the turn of the VAR, remember, the outrigger event, 7.2 meters long, single-bladed paddle, VL2 category, partial leg and trunk function alongside really good arm strength. Emma Wiggs really dominated this event over the last 3 or 4 years, and Emma just cocooned in Nottingham, training hard, probably watching this actually, so hi to Emma. And to Gemma. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage here on Planet Canoe. Probably pleased that you're at home in Nottingham where it's calm, I guess. Well, thankfully it's pretty calm here now in Poznan. It was really windy yesterday, and conditions just meant we weren't able to run the racing this morning. But the officials had half an eye on the weather forecast, which was for it to calm down, the wind to settle, and the sun's even come out now. So we're enjoying some racing at the Malta course. There's a swimming pool in the background. Surrounded by trees and hills here. It's a nice place. It's just a 40-minute walk from Poznan, which has a beautiful market square in the centre, although not beautiful at the moment because they've dug up all the paving stones. And it does have a beautiful cathedral where way back in the 10th century, in fact, the very first king of Poland was crowned. So not the biggest city in Poland, but after Warsaw, it is one of the biggest.
Lane 4 Canada, lane 5 India, lane 6 Germany, lane 7.
Okay, so VAR, VL2 category. We'll have Irina Shafir from Israel in lane 3. She'll be top of your picture. Brianna Hennessy from Canada. Brianna was 5th at the Tokyo Paralympics, remember. Then Indonesia, Prachi Yadav. She goes in lane 5. Katharina Bauernschmidt from Germany goes in 6. 4th at the World Championships last year, Katarina. There's Irina Shafir. And Israel very well represented in the Paracanoe categories. There we can see Brianna Hennessy. Canadians have a really big squad out here. Good to see their CEO, Casey Wade, out here as well, keeping a watchful eye over on proceedings, thinking about the World Championships in early August. They're really looking forward to hosting. Prachi Yadav, we saw there from Indonesia. There's Katharina Bauernschmidt from Germany, just making her way, putting the front of that VAR into the boot. And then we should have Susan Seipel from Austria, the experienced Austrian. Sorry, not Austrian, Australian, I should say. My mistake, apologies. Should have recognised the colours. So she's just approaching the start. There'll be slightly different angles we can see on the start because the paddlers are only using a single blade, remember. No rudders in these boats. So they've got to angle their boat correctly. If they're left-handed, they know that paddling on the left is going to drive the boat right. So they want to start slightly facing the opposite way. And poor Irina Shafir, she's just struggling a little bit, and she's doing the sensible thing there, just going back, giving herself a bit of space and then she'll reset again. And this is why we didn't have racing this morning, because in really difficult windy conditions, if you're in a boat and you've got a single-bladed paddle, it isn't easy, as you can see, to get the boat at the right angle with the bow in the boot. And it's really interesting to see how they approach this, the Paracanoe paddlers in the VAR. Whether they have as long stroke as possible and get as much power in that as possible, or a really choppy short stroke but keep it ticking, keep it tapping over. And that's the trick. Of course, the ultimate is to be able to do both. Have a long stroke and a fast stroke and get all your power into it. So, the final of the VL2 Women 200 metres is underway. Great start from Brianna Hennessy there. She was in a semi-final, really determined, and using the big muscles of the back. They're really swinging into that. Those left lats working really well. She's got that boat moving just nicely now. She'll be up to full racing speed. And Susan Seipel, the Australian, well, she's got a bit of work to do, but she's coming good now. So we're halfway into this race. We're approaching the red boys, the final 100 metres. It looked a little bit like Brianna Hennessy has the advantage at the moment, but I'm sure that Susan Seipel has something to say about that. The Paralympic finalist, of course, Seipel. She was 7th in Tokyo in this particular event. She's running well, she's running smoothly at the moment. She looks as if she's beginning to overcome the Canadian. Oh, it's going to be close. Is it going to be Seipel? Is it going to be Hennessy? Right on the line. Close for third as well. Well, we'll have to wait for confirmation. Could be the Indonesian going through in third there. Well, Susan Seipel's giving everyone a big wave. She thinks perhaps she's got it. Well, I think we're going to have to wait to see and wait for confirmation. Well, I've given it on there. Now, if they put it up on the graphics, the judges are pretty sure that's what the result's going to be. If they're unsure, they won't allow the graphic to go up. So Susan Seipel looks like she takes the gold. So Seipel takes gold to go the silver medal in this particular event from Tokyo. Hennessy from Canada in second, and a great result for Yadav from Indonesia in third. There's confirmation of the